Everybody. I'm Melissa Budzinski, and I'm with Gilda's Club Grand Rapids. And it's so great to be with you today here in our virtual clubhouse. We're so glad that we can connect together on this virtual platform while everybody is staying safe and social distancing. So Gilda's Club is a free cancer and grief support community. We facilitate groups for support of anyone who is on a cancer journey or anyone who is touched by a cancer journey or a grief journey. If you want more information about our free program, please give us a call at 453-8300 or go on our website, www.gildasclubgr.org. Or you can comment on this Facebook Live if you'd like. We'd love to hear from you if you have a question or a thought, or just to let us know that you're watching. We would love for you to comment just below on this post. This is also being recorded, and so you'll be able to access it on our website or on our YouTube channel for future viewings. Today I have with me Julie Petrie from the program team. Hi, Julie.
Hi, Melissa. Thanks for inviting me.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. It's so nice to do things together.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So today, Julie and I are bringing you a book and activity, and the book is called Wherever You Are by Nancy Tillman. And you want to tell us a little bit about this, don't you, Julie?
I do. It's a really, really special book for a lot of reasons for me. One of which is it's the reason that we're featuring this book today is because about 25 of these books have been donated to Gilda's Club from two of Deb Bailey's friends. And Deb Bailey died in April, sadly, of her cancer. And she had been a founder of our Gilda's program, our Gilda's Club, actually, along with two other women. And so her heart is in Gilda's Club. And two of her friends wanted to honor her in some way. So there is one of Deb's really good friends named Jill Norman, lives in Oregon. And ironically, Nancy Tillman, the author of this book, is one of Jill's really best friends. So Jill thought, oh my gosh, I want to send these books to Gilda's Club to honor my dear friend Deb Bailey. And then another of Deb's friends, Sue Libatori, said, hey, I want to do that too. So we now have a good number of these books that we're going to be using in special ways in the clubhouse with our families. So it's just such a cool book, and especially in this time of COVID, when we're missing our families and we can't be with the people that we want to be with, or if you're suffering from grief and you're dealing with the different issues in your family, this is such a great book. So we're happy to be here and present it to all of you.
Oh, that's so great. We're so grateful for that heartfelt donation of Deb's friends. What a beautiful story, and brings just extra meaning to this.
Yes, yes, it does. Yeah. It does. It's very special. Very special. What a nice touch.
Oh, yeah. Very cool. Well, all right. Shall we get started then?
I think we should.
All right.
Good.
So if you guys just give us a little grace here while I share my screen and get the, there we go, slideshow. All right. And I will go off screen. Okay, Julie, we're ready to start, I think.
Okay. It feels so wonderful to be reading this book, knowing the connections. And I love that the author, Nancy Tillman, is a good friend of Jill Norman's, one of the donors. I mean, so there's so many great connections here. So Wherever you are, my love will find you. By Nancy Tillman. And Nancy dedicated this book to her daddy, whose love always finds me wherever I am. I wanted you more than you ever will know, so I sent love to follow wherever you go. It's high as you wish, it's quick as an elf. You'll never outgrow it. It stretches itself. So climb any mountain, climb up to the sky. My love will find you. My love can fly. Make a big splash. Go out on a limb. My love will find you. My love can swim. It never gets lost, never fades, never ends. If you're working or playing or sitting with friends, you can dance till you're dizzy, paint till you're blue. There's no place that my love can't find you. And if someday you're lonely, or someday you're sad, or you strike out at baseball, or think you've been bad, just lift up your face, feel the wind in your hair. That's me, my sweet baby. My love is right there. In the green of the grass, in the smell of the sea, in the clouds floating by, at the top of a tree, in the sound crickets make at the end of the day. You are loved, you are loved, you are loved, they all say. My love is so high and so wide and so deep. It's always right there, even when you're asleep. So hold your head high and don't be afraid to march to the front of your own parade. If you're still my small babe, or you're all the way grown, my promise to you is you're never alone. You are my angel, my darling, my star, and my love will find you wherever you are. You are loved. The end.
Oh, that was wonderful, Julie.
What a beautiful story.
Oh,
Doesn't it just give you such a good feeling in your heart to know that no matter where people are in your life, if they're, hundreds of miles away or they live in the house next door, that they can always find you, no
yeah,
matter where you are, and you can always feel their love because you know it's right inside of you, no matter
yeah,
what.
that is really cool.
Mhm.
That's just such a beautiful thought to have and such a beautiful feeling to tap into. So affirming of our relationships.
It is.
Um,
It is.
and
Yes.
um, So I think right now, especially, I keep thinking about this, is that sometimes right now when people are in the hospital, maybe they're, um,
Mm,
can't have visitors the way that we
right.
typically would go see our loved ones in the hospital who are sick,
Mm-hmm.
or in retirement homes, or even if we have friends and family. I know in my family group, we're not getting together for Christmas or for Thanksgiving because of COVID. And and typically we'd all be together and play games and have a big meal, um, and so people are just not able to be with one another right now. And so this idea of really tapping into that love and feeling that, reminding ourselves that even though we can't be with each other physically, that we can feel that love from one another, no matter where we are,
Mm-hmm.
even if that person has died, that we can
Mm-hmm.
receive love from them wherever they are now and wherever
Mm-hmm.
we believe they are, and we can send them love.
We can, yes. And I was thinking the same thing when I was reading it about all the people in my life who have died that I always miss, but especially this season where I'm not able to be with my family, my brothers and sisters, or my nieces and nephews, or my grand nieces and nephews. It's just nice knowing that I know that we all love each other and that we're all thinking about each other and that we're sending those little positive vibes back and forth to each other's houses. And we know in our hearts we're all together.
That's right. That's
Mhm,
right.
mhm,
So we
definitely.
could even practice. It's a good idea to be intentional about this too. Um, is that you can, take a moment, put your hand on your heart, get quiet, maybe close your eyes and
Mhm,
take a big deep breath in. Let's all just try this right now and just take a
mhm,
breath in, fit through your nose and out through your mouth. And just think of just one person, and just allow yourself to feel the love coming from that person and the joy of your relationship with them. This could be an animal, could be an actual person, could be a tree if you want.
mhm.
And now take a minute and just send love from your heart to that person. Just send it. Oh, that feels so good. Doesn't that feel good, Julie?
Feels so good. Feels so
Yeah,
good. I can feel them sending their love to me too.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm,
So
mhm,
our suggestion is to try that a couple of times, and especially in those moments where maybe you're feeling really sad or feeling like you're really missing the family gathering, that you can just take a minute and tap into that love that's already there and sending that love. And you can do it for each person, or you can do it for a group of people, however that works for you in
yeah.
that moment.
Mhm,
Some other thoughts are, you could write a letter. We have a little bit of time before Thanksgiving. You could write a letter of gratitude and love to somebody. You could just pick one person, one thing, and send them a letter. Write them a letter about how much you miss them and you love them, and you wish them well, and send it off. It could be a
what you're
funny,
thankful for about them, like what makes
yeah,
you think of them and what they've done for you.
yeah.
That's a really cool idea because most people don't send letters much anymore, and it's so fun to get something in the mail.
It
I
is very fun to get it in
Very
the mail.
fun,
Yeah.
very fun. Yeah, we should
So,
do more of that.
yeah.
Cool idea, Melissa.
And if you're into crafts or like to make things, you could make something and then you could put it in a bag and maybe drop it at someone's door. And so when
Oh,
they open their door, they'd have a surprise there from you.
yes,
And
yes.
A little
Like if
token
you
of
have
your
a
love.
neighbor, pardon?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Like if you have a neighbor that you know you can't be with for Thanksgiving, but and you know they're going to be kind of lonesome too because they're missing their families, to drop that special little gift off on their front porch would be, oh my gosh, I would be so excited to open my front door and to see something on my porch like that.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be
that would
cool?
be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be very fun, very fun.
So
Yeah.
there's lots of ways that you can share your love and you can tap into your love. Um, I know that if you have someone that's in the hospital and they happen to have a window and that window is available, I know when
Mhm.
my father-in-law was in the hospital, we went over and waved at him from the street and we got on the phone with him while he was in his room and we couldn't go in and visit him, but we certainly could see him and he could see us and know that we were loving him and supporting him from that
What
distance.
did you see on his face when you did that?
He was pretty surprised, and the nurse had to help us with it. So we had quite a thing going on inside the hospital in order to do this. So it was kind of fun. Yeah,
Oh, I bet. I bet he had the biggest smile on his face when you to see all of you out there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
so there's
Mhm.
all kinds of you guys all have really creative ways of doing things. So you could share with
Mhm.
us. You could share that here on this post or send us an email. Let us know what are some of
Mm.
the creative ways that you're doing Thanksgiving or connecting with those people in your life that
Mhm.
you haven't been able to see. Or maybe now that we're having more stay at home, a little bit more of that restriction, that maybe going to see a little bit less. So, what are
Mhm.
some creative ways that you have done those things?
Mhm. I
You,
always I always love it when my grandkids or my great niece and nephew draw me pictures. I just love that. And maybe they could even have you could have your parents help you take a picture of what you drew, and then they could send it to us, through their phone if they didn't have time to mail it.
that's
That
a
might be
great idea.
that might be kind of fun too, to do something like
Yes.
that. I always love to see those pictures.
That's a great idea, Julie. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, any
All
other thoughts?
Well,
Anything?
I'm trying to think of other things that you could do or things that I would want to do. I sure hope that I get some phone calls on Thanksgiving Day,
Yes.
because I know that I'm going to want to hear from some of my family members. And, we're going to talk about all the food we're eating and what we're thankful for,
Yeah,
because I think right now, really have to focus on the good things in our lives and what we're thankful for, because we
absolutely.
all do have a lot of wonderful things to be thankful for, even though it's kind of a crazy time in this world.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
would agree with that, that it's really important to take a moment to to feel that love that's coming to us, to have some gratitude about that, because it
Mhm.
helps us to feel better and it helps other people to also feel better.
It sure does.
Yeah.
It sure does. Yes, it
Oh,
does.
that's great. Oh, thank you, Julie.
You're so welcome. Thank you,
Yeah,
Melissa.
you're welcome. Thanks for coming on and sharing
Yeah.
sharing this beautiful story. I feel like we were reading it to Deb when you were reading, and I
Ah,
just loved that.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
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 sending love to her and her
yeah,
family as they navigate this first holiday without her.
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely. And for others out there who are going through the same thing,
yeah,
uh, where a family member is not with you this Thanksgiving, and that's tough stuff to have to get through, isn't it,
it
Melissa?
is tough stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
And we are a strong community. We are a strong group of people here in Grand Rapids, and I know that we'll get through this.
I
Yeah,
know we will too. I
yeah,
am absolutely convinced. And just doing this program with you makes me feel how things are going to turn out to be positive. And I
yeah,
can focus now more on the good feelings in my heart.
good. I'm glad.
Hmm.
Uh,
For sure.
well, thank
Yeah.
you for coming and reading such a beautiful story. And we want all of you out there to know how grateful that Gilda's Club is for all of you, for our members, for our donors, for our volunteers, for our staff, for this community. We're so grateful to live in a community that cares about one another as much as we do. We are so grateful for all of your open hearts that you've shared with us. I know that I speak for all of the staff here at Gilda's Club that we're so grateful and for all of you and for sharing your lives with us. We're so honored to do this work. And we are hoping and sending wonderful, safe blessings for the Thanksgiving season and the holiday season coming up. Please know that we are so glad that you're in our lives and involved with us at Gilda's Club. So
Yes. It is truly a privilege to be a member of the staff at Gilda's and to work with all of our wonderful members.
yes.
Truly a privilege.
And again, if this is your first time learning about Gilda's Club, please give us a call, reach out to us, leave us a note on this Facebook post. We'd love to chat with you about how to get involved with our free cancer and grief support community. All right, well, it's so good to spend some time with you, Julie, and all of you out there. Everyone have a safe and wonderful holiday, and we'll see you. We'll be closed on Wednesday the 24th, Thursday the 25th, Friday the 26th, but we reopen that following Monday in December. So take care and have a safe holiday.